Welcome to this week's episode of Work in Progress. Elections are in the air, and this, to some, may be the most consequential election in modern American history. The lead up is affecting all of our organizations, both large and small. And while we don't know the outcome, we do know that the election is being met with lots of anxiety from Wall Street all the way to Main Street. Traditional advice is to keep elections separate from work, keep politics out of the workplace. But we have a bit of a different take, and so do many of the best workplaces that we work with. We think that this three-part approach that we're offering today, which is based on our research titled The Future of Work is for All, can help organizations and our society.
That's right, Julian. The first of these three suggestions we're going to offer today is to generate evolved conversations. People are going to talk about politics. You can't stop it, really, at the water coolers, on Zoom rooms these days. So the key is to set the stage for more productive conversations. That is, provide settings and guidance for dialogues that are characterized by curiosity and empathy. Give employees the tools and the space to learn from each other and about different points of view. Also, try to build empathy and understanding along the way. This is something that's not done once and then you're done. It's really a muscle to exercise within your organization to have these constructive conversations. One good example for how to do this is Cisco, the world's #1 best workplace this year. They have a color coding scheme for helping to guide conversations. Green comments are ones that are respectful, that invite more conversation and inquiry. Yellow ones are ones that maybe getting close to crossing the line, and red ones are really they're kind of toxic and disruptive. So if you can actually give some examples using like this kind of a scheme, you can help your organization have evolved conversations. Julian?
Great point, Ed. I would also say one of the things I see is amplifying your shared values and purpose. While we have lots of differences, our job is to help remind employees of the many commonalities and connections that we have. This shared sense of purpose oftentimes gives employees that common ground to be able to come back to and also deepen their shared commitment to the organization and the mission. It's actually one of the least expensive ways to keep people on board and keep people up in line with what it means to be a member of that community. The best opportunity to remind people why their organization is uplifting is in times like this. So for example, the Dallas Mavericks are opening up their arena or have opened their arena for early voting. And that not only sets the stage for the conversation, but it actually invites and brings that conversation to the forefront. Ed.
Thanks, Julian. And the third suggestion is to practice what we call innovation by all. This means giving people a voice at work, having them have a say over how they improve their jobs and how they can come up with new ideas and better ways of work at your organization. This contributes not only to your organization becoming a more innovative, creative, revenue-generating place, but also can build our society up as a more democratic one.
That's right. I mean, I often think of, or I immediately think of Reddit, where they're employee-led groups where, some folks call them ERGs. They're called employee resource and interest groups. They actually have an active role in shaping policy, both internally on things like DEI and also externally on contributing to like product development efforts. And so they're able to find ways to make sure that their employees are engaged both with the internal workings of the organization and also how they come to market.
Thanks, Julian. So again, if you want more detail on our findings on this topic, download our Future of Work report. There's great examples there and suggestions. But to sum up for today, we recommend going against the traditional grain when it comes to banning political conversation at work. Really invite it in and be proactive. Try these three things. Set the stage for constructive conversation. Reinforce employees' common purposes and connections. And lastly, allow people to have a voice and a measure of autonomy in what they do. Practice innovation by all. If you do all these things, you're going to help your organization become more innovative, and you're going to help our society become a healthier, more engaged democracy. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching Work in Progress. See you next time.